Hi guys and good afternoon. This is our final class for our trial class. So today is for MMaths Form 5. Okay, before that, we need to know something because you are now in Form 5 MMaths and you are in a new way to move for SPM, move forward for SPM. And there is some tips to get well score in MX. The first thing is you need to focus last two chapters in Form 4 and Form 5 at first. They will help you to get at least 15 marks in paper 2. So kena ingat, kalau nak dapat markah baik dalam MX, kena fokus kepada dua chapter yang akhir dahulu dalam Form 4, Form 5. Tapi kalau sudah sampai exam, kamu boleh abaikan Form 5 Chapter 8 tingkatan 5 bab 8 sebab dia memang tak ganggu, not affect your marks. Not affect your marks. Tak ganggu maka kamu. Kalau kamu just leave it, also never mind. That one is just for your safety, for your safety only. So if you can score, if you can fully means master in Form 4 chapter, the last two chapter, and Form 5, the last two, except for chapter 8, I think you can choose any question you like to do in the paper 2 bargain C. And second thing, focus chapter they must get marks. You can ask your teacher which chapter then you need to score. From my experience, Form 4 chapter 5 and Form 4 chapter 6 are the most important chapters. You need to focus that chapter you can get marks. Form 4 chapter 5, all the knowledge is about arithmetic progression, geometric progression, these two. And you need to know the formula and do more practice, then you will know how to do. It's not about how you can do, how much, means how you understand and how you do. That is the thing. What is your strategy when you do the question? That's the thing. Because MX, all the question is different. It can ask in A type question, B type question, or X type question. We don't know. N type question, I also don't know. But if you know how to answer the question, I can believe that when you want to score in your exam, I think you can do that. At least pass or at least go for A. And for Form 4 chapter 6, this is a one important chapter because in paper 2 bargain B, 3 questions, choose 2 questions. That question, please do first. Please do first. Do all the questions from that chapter because that one can give you 10 marks. You just need to plot the table, just draw the table with some calculation, plot the graph, draw the graph, find gradient under there, that can get 10 marks in your hand, at least 7 marks. And Form 5 chapter 1, because this one later we will go through, okay, Form 5 chapter 1. Later I will ask you, I will tell you why this and this. Form 5 chapter 6 is about trigonometry. If you can master in this chapter, if you know how to do proving, if you are good at proving, that's good because this is your improvement, means your kebaikan, and strengthen your skill on basic chapters. That chapter, for example, for 4 chapter, means for 5 chapter 2, chapter 3, or that differentiation, integration, or that is the basic chapters. And some chapters like logarithm, surd, progression, and this one I received, and quadratic equation, quadratic function, function that you need to know because it's a basic chapters. Okay. And do past year question. Focus on 2023 until 2025. That one is for trial papers. But for SPM papers, you can focus on 2021 first until 2024. Later on, when you finish your trial, you can take SPM 2025 paper as your revision. Because I do know about what you came out in SPM 2026. Because if you know my batch 2025 SPM, they say MS in that year is the more hardest paper in the exam. But for me, I think it's very easy because my trial I in Gisland, so I'm sure the Gisland paper is very hard. Actually, you can say that if you have experience in Negeri Sembilan, MS is a hardest subject, and the paper was hard in Negeri Sembilan compared to other state. But okay, for past year question for MS, focus on those states. For example, SPP, MRSM, SFPK, SMKA, this one Kelantan, Johor also can, Telangan or that. Then your second choice is us, Negeri Sembilan. If you want to challenge, MS, go for Negeri Sembilan. That one is actually hard for you. And after that, then you can try for SPN 2025. I think you can answer for it if you know how to do. And remember the formula that you're not given in exam. For example, area, parameter, volume, all that. Because this is a basic formula, you already know. So the examiner accept you already know. You already get well in that thing. So the examiner thing, I don't want to give you this formula. You need to just half pass answer. And last thing, do not stress. You just calm yourself when you really do know how to read, really know how to do know how to focus. Just never mind. Ask your teacher. You can ask me, ask teacher, ask your friends also can. They can give some advice, but the thing is you need to hard work. Yourself need to be hard work. You need to find that way that you feel very satisfied, feel very comfortable. Go that way you feel comfortable. If that way is not comfortable, you just stop at there. Go for another way that feel comfortable. If we are, if your life means your goal is not for MS, like MS is not important for you, then you can leave it. If you think MS is hard, but if you didn't take MS and you affect your future, then you need to take. You need to be considered to change your plan or keep going to focus MS also lah, and other subject also lah. Okay. And my advice is, if you are decided to choose MS as your subject, your elective subject, if you think this is a hard subject, I'm very sorry to say, because if you think this is hard, why you don't think chemistry is hard? Why you don't think physics is hard? Why you don't think biology is hard? And why you don't think other elective subjects is hard? If you are in like Arya Sastra or Perniagaan class, Perniagaan stream, okay, you are taking economy as your elective subject, plus with MX. Why you don't think economy is hard also? Both are same, right? Both are same level. with different level. See, economy just like all is essay, just writing essay only. Give you some situation and then give answer. But MS all are in calculation and logical. So this is my advice. If you think, and if your future not using MS, if your future career didn't use MS as your main career, you can just leave it. Or if that is that subject to affect your future, affect your career in your future, you don't drop this subject. Just keep going. Do whatever you can do. Do the thing you can do. Don't do the thing you cannot do. It's just like that. Okay, we don't want to wasting on that because now we're gonna focus on our Form 5 Chapter 1 in MS. Now we go circular measure, Sukatan Membulat. Okay. So first, in each chapter, you need to know, about circle. What is the characteristic of circle? And you need to know how to use arc, the length arc, area sector, perimeter, or circumference. You need to know what is the circumference. If you are already know about this, then you can start to learn this chapter. First, I want to introduce you a new thing that you never know. In your Form 4 or Form 1 and your Form 3, you learn angle or in degree, the small circle. You learn this until Form 4, so learn this one in maths. But now, I want to introduce you radian. What is radian? Actually, radian is actually same as degree, but if I can say that degree and radian are equal, but pi radian equals to 118. Radian means the angle got pi. They put the pi. 1 pi radian equals to 180 degrees. So I want to determine 1 radian equals to how many? I need to do this one. This is your first knowledge. Pi radian is 180. And I want to make this one become 1. How we do? I divide this one with pi. Here also divide with pi. I potong, I'll get this one. So radian and degree, their relation is like this. So when we want to change degree to radian, use degree to times with the 180 degrees over pi. So your answer is in radian. Vice versa, pi radian equals to 180 degrees. But now I want to find from radian to degree. So 1 degree, how many radian? So I want to make this one become 1 degree. So I divide by 180 degrees. Here also I'll cut here, I to get 1 degree. So 1 degree equal to pi or 180 the radian. From radian to degree, I will make the radian, I will times with the pi over 180. That's easy. This is the concept for radian. Next, I want to tell you about arc length of circle. In your lower form mathematics, you learn about how to find arc length. Arc length is like this. Arc length over the circumference, okay, equals to the theta over 300 degrees. This is your means your basic knowledge that you know. Now let the arc length equals to S. So I change this one become S. Panjang lenggong menjadikan sebagai S. So S bahagi 2 pi R sama dengan theta bahagi per 360 degree darjah lah, okay. So now I want to make this become a radian. So how we do from degree to radian? By using this one. So I'm using this one. I'm using this one to find the radian. So I will get S over 2 pi R equals to theta over 2 pi. Why need to change this one? Just I want to make the 2 pi here hilang, disappeared. So I also do this because they have same numbers, same characteristic. So I can do like this. So I potong your remaining S over R equals to theta. So finalize, this is your first formula for arc length. S equal to R theta with the condition that theta is in radian. So if you know this formula, then I can work for next one. How to determine the perimeter of the segment of a circle? Okay, that one is calculating the length of arc for a circle. Means the circle like this. I given you this is the arc. The arc like this lah. The arc like this. Okay. I want you to calculate this one. How to calculate this one? By using S equal to R theta. The angle is given here in radian or in degree. Next, the question also asking what is the perimeter of this whole sector, this whole segment. You need to identify the shaded region. And whenever the question asking for finding the theta or not, fix to it, make the pi become radian from degree to radian. If the theta already in the radian, just keep it and find S equal to R theta. Find the S, the next step, you can use these three formula or rule. Either is cosine rule, Pythagoras theorem, area of triangle. These three is the common step, means a common formula that we can use in to finding the perimeter of the segment of circle. This is the first thing. So when you already know how to do this, then you can more forward for the area of sector. Okay, so now area of sector of circle. How do we find area of sector of circle? So to proving that, because you are learn this one in mathematics, you need to know, okay, to finding area sector, pi r square is the area of a circle. Okay, area sector divide with the pi r square, the area, okay. And behind one is just same thing, and I will let the A become area sector. Area sector become A. So I substitute this become this one. So A equals to pi r square. Sorry, A equals to A over pi r square equal to pi over 360 degrees. So now I want to make these two become a radian. Why I need to do that? Because actually just now I need to show that actually I don't know why Kssm is introduced like this. They do the step like this. Actually, both these must be in the radian. So either can do that, I can just leave it. Also can. Why I do this? Because I want to make this one become pi radian. This one, I want to divide this to, okay, to cancel out the pi. I cancel out the pi so that I can make this one go up here. So I can conclude this one in this form. Area equals to 1 over 2 pi, 1 over 2 r squared theta. Theta in radian, not in degree. So please be alert of this one, this part. So now, if you know how to calculate, how to find area of sector. What is sector? Sector is like this. This is a sector. In a circle, this is the major sector, minor sector. The major sector is the big one. This is the minor sector. To find the area of the segment of the circle, how you do? So first, same thing as how to find the perimeter of the segment. Usually the segment will be blackened, will be shaded in black color or other color. You need to identify that color, that region, and same thing you need to find the data, to find the degree in radian, and use the formula A equals to 1 over 2 r squared theta, theta in radian. Later on, usually that thing, segment, you cut out the sector, they come to, one must be in the triangle, another must be a segment. A segment. This one we call what? Segment line. It is a sector. The thing I cut here, this one I think is called a segment line. This one is called a segment. And you already know the area of triangle. So you can find the area shaded region by doing this step. Area sector minus area triangle, we can find the area shaded region. If you know about this one, then you can move for our last part for chapter 1. The application of the circular measure. This is how the exam is going on. Question can asking you that is, okay. First at all, question given you a circle or something inside of a sector. Okay, it's shaded. The radius are given in the question. Angle are given, but in either in degree, either in radian. And given arc length. Label the angle and the length. Second, identify the question request. When you do that, go find the theta in radians. You can leave it in degree, change to radians. If you want to use cosine rule, make the radian in degree. And either you find the arc length first, area sector. Later on, you can use cosine rule, Pythagoras theorem, area triangle, 3 either one, and number 6. Either the question asking you to find the area segment, area shaded region, either finding a perimeter, or the last one, proving. Question gives me the answer, but he asks you how to prove this one. Prove that this sector equals to this one, this formula, this equation. Then you do again to prove that equation exists. To begin, I want to find one question in 2025 SPM. It's similar as 2025. Usually question give you like this. Means in SPM, the question involved in chapter 1 is like this. Either like this. Given means a logo from a company or a mathematics society or Circluar society, either. And got proving. See, got proving here. So you already said it. Okay, this one like this. Okay, you need to prove this one. How you do? I just now this one. To prove this, you need to use this one. This one. Do one step by step. And how the marks will be given? Okay. How the marks will be given? I will show you the marks given. Okay, this is one question. Got this one, got 1 mark. Full answer, 1 mark. Now we try. Okay. The notes are given to you. Have many questions. Convert angle to degree or degree to angle is given. The question this one already given. If you know how to do the question, I think you can use calculator to calculate it. But the full step is like this. You need to do one by one. The pi 8 and then you pi over 8 and then you times with the 1 over 18 over pi. Okay, that one. After that, you just terus agak jawapan. Sudah settle. You can get the mark. Okay. Now we see one a very tricky question. Okay, a very tricky question. Okay. Here we got some question. Okay, this one, this one. Got this one. And this one also got a very long question, but actually it's very short. Okay, got this kind of question also got. Okay, this one. The diagram on the right shows a moon-shaped kite whose line on the symmetry on OX. Okay, you see the Malay version. Okay, AQP ialah lengkung bagi sebuah bulatan berpusat O dan berjejari 20 cm. ABPR ialah sebuah semi bulatan berpusat B dan berjejari 16 cm. TIU pula ialah lengkung sebuah bulatan berpusat S dan berjejari 12 cm, diberi panjang lengkung TIU ialah 21 cm. Hitung AOB, angle AOB dan angle TSU adalah radians. Parameter luas buah bulan. Tengok. It's a very long question, but kena highlight benda yang important first. Benda yang penting dulu. Okay. AQP lengkung. AQP lengkung, ya lengkung. Berpusat O, berpusat O. Jejari 20, ada 20. ABPR, semi bulatan, semicircle, yes, semicircle. Berpusat P, yes, center P. Jejari 16, yes, 16. And you in the important thing is one Paxi symmetry OS. What is mean by Paxi symmetry? This one means if here is also 60 degrees, so 60 meter, here also is 60 meters. If this one like this, here also the same thing. Okay. Lengkong. Ayo lengkong? Lengkong. Pelatan. Ya. Jejari 12. 12. Panjang lengkung TRU ada 21 cm. Ya, betul. Cari, this one. Cari AOB dan TSU radians. Okay, this is the step. First thing, to find AOB, the question are already given one important info. What is the info that? Here we got 20, we got 60. You can using one method that the students always like to use. Because I already said that this one is a symmetry line. So it means if here also same, here also same. Here same, here also same. Here same, here also sama. Sini pun sama, sini pun sama juga. 12. Sini pun 12. So Why you don't just take sine, cosine, tangent? You just sine this angle and then OH. And the answer times with 2, you'll get AOB. This is the first one. TSU, do as usual. You already got 21 cm here. 21 cm is here already. You got. By using S equal to R theta, you really can find the answer is like this. And must remember ingredient. Ingredient, bro. Uh, don't make it very hard. Okay. So you'll be like this. And next question, the question asking you to do what? Perimeter wow bulan. Perimeter wow bulan. Okay, this is quite tricky lah. The question is, okay, he actually asking for this the shaded one. He's not asking for that. You know why? When I look to the answer, I just realized, okay, for the B question, he only calculating for SAQP and SARP. SQP, what is SQP? What is, say, the answer is like this. AQP, where is AQP? They are calculating this one. It's what I got already, AQP. And then later on, what we calculate? Okay, we got AQP, ARB. Why ARB? Why I divide ARB? ARB. Because I got this one, I also got this one. What I can do? I combine together and I will get the answers at this. Because I do this one first. At first, and this one. And then this one. 21. It's the 21. 12, 12. I get answer. Okay. Just now I in Chinese section, I was thinking about what is the question asking for? What wow bulan? Actually, it's asking for these two things, the shaded one. So the question is very tricky one. So you need to be alert about this one. So kalau dia cari luas, senang lah. You already got this one. You already got this one. What you want to do? What they want to do? Okay, let's see the answer. First, he finding all the luas. AOPQ. Why you want to find that one? AOPQ. This sector, the area of sector, you find this one. Okay, later on, you need to find what? You need to find another this one. This one already got, right? Okay, also need to find this one. Betul. Kena cari area tersebut. Okay. Next, the question, the answer give you to calculate A or B. Where's A or B? This one you need to calculate. Because just now you calculate this one. And then you calculate this triangle. Next step, the question do what? The answer, luas tempering AQP. Luas tempering AQP is here. See, actually, it's doing like this one. Okay, luas tempering AQP is this one. And then he use the larger one minus this one to get this one. Why? Because the next step, you're asking like this. You do like this. To find the area semicircle first. And then I will get the answer this one. Later on, I can find the shaded region AQPR by doing what? Using the semicircle area and then the minus with the tempering. With the luas tempering, I will get the remaining answer. This is my first one. I got my first answer. And my second answer is one. To find area sector TSUR. The small one, the small kite one. The small kite below there. and I add it together and I get answer. So this one, I think you can get like 6 marks. In number C, you got 6 marks already. B, you got 4 marks. And A, you got 4 marks. So 4, 4, 6. So you have about 14 marks. 14 marks. So it's a very huge marks. But in the exam, they didn't ask so many things. Okay. So I think I can move for our last part, the conclusion. Okay. So here we got two versions, got in English and Malay version. So now we already learned about 3 things. The first one is radian. How do we convert radians into degrees, vice versa? And we already learned how to find arc length, panjang lengkung, and we already know how to find area sector. And one thing is, to find area segment or perimeter segment, even though the textbook is given this one, I don't encourage you to use that formula in your MX in the exam. I don't encourage you. Saya tidak, how you say that? Saya tidak digalakkan untuk menggunakan parameter temberang, luas temberang formula. Ini formula memang saya digalakkan. Because sometimes the examiner will reject the answer, reject this one. So by doing step by step, this is the most suitable way to do. So I think it is end for our MX on 5 chapter 1. It's just a short chapter, but consists so many questions, and you will carry a big marks in the exam. So I think that's all from today. Okay, because here so many questions are listed here in the notes. So I giving advice is, you just do that chapter, that part that you think you can just do lump sum, just do a lump sum. Okay, if you done all the tasks, all the questions given, you can just send me. But I want you to do is, please do the practice part. These 5 questions are very important, because I want to say something is, the one part of the question is very hard. Even though I give an answer, if you don't know how to do, you can ask me. I can give you the explanation later in private. Or later I will do one episode for that, one class for that. Okay. So try to do the 5 questions that I given in the practice question. So I think that's all from today, and thank you for supporting. Now our MS class will stop here, and I'm hoping for our next class we will have a new journey. It's not just a trial class. I think our next class is a new journey. So that's all from today, and thank you for your watching, and thank you for your supporting, and we will see in the next class. Thank you so much, and goodbye.